the beginning of time, the cosmos is born. In the explosions of the universe, the elements are formed. Fuck your bitch ass money and being famous. You can suck the warm shit out my motherfucking anus. I refuse to entertain the oppressive mentality. I'll grave man like a woman. I live in equal reality. The word brings fatalities, yet life my actuality. I seek the knowledge of the one true father of creation. The beautiful sacred geometry he taught the ancient civilizations. The most dangerous blade is hidden and up to no good. In this nation our education maintains our subjugation. Yet to be a brave samurai you need a bit of black blood. And a heart deeper than a black hole. A soul darker than coal. With skills to pay the bills at God's will and his will alone. With no fear of drones, clones, gunshots or broken bones. I walk the graveyard till it's time to go home.
You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we put too much on the bullshit. We just put too much on it. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to this whole verification crap and who you are and what you stand for and all that other bullshit. And where's your ID, nigga? And let me see your credentials and show me your diploma and who said you know what you know. And what the fuck is that? You know, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean any motherfucking thing. It only matters in certain areas in life that you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing science, yeah, you got to be exact because science is an exact thing. You're making things and you're doing things that are on an exact level. So nigga, you need to know what you're doing. So I can't just say, yo, man, make this electrical thing work if you have no credentials in electricity. So, and in those respects, yeah, okay. What do you know? I need to know that you know what you know what I mean, before you start jumping on my systems and screwing shit up. I get that. But we tend to blow those things up into a literal sense of everything. Where if you're saying, yo, man, the bridge is out around the corner, how do you know the bridge is out? You work for the city? Let me see your city ID before you tell me that the bridge is out. Because you niggas think you know everything. So that's where it becomes completely ridiculous and stupid. And when it comes to a black man, bruh, you like it's been said, you don't own the 2 feet in front of you. So it don't matter what the fuck you say. A nigga wants to be in your ass about it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. But but it's still a good thing being black men that we're now starting to communicate. We're now starting to understand the importance of our families, the importance of community and where we live. You know what I mean? The importance of holding down where you are and not just necessarily running around and moving all over the place. You know what I mean? As you get solid in who you are and where you are, you need to hold that area down and not just take the highest bid and run. Because that's how they keep you displaced and moved around. If you constantly moving around, you never can get solid in something. You never can get rooted in something. You know what I mean? Because you're constantly running over here or you're constantly running over there. You're constantly doing this. Now, if you're single, you ain't got no family, you ain't got no kids, you ain't got that much of a responsibility to life except for yourself, then bro, bounce. Go all over the world, figure it out, make it happen, you know what I mean? But as you start to settle in a community, you have to be a viable member of that community that serves a good purpose for yourself, keeps you healthy, keeps your family healthy, and it serves the community. You don't want to be doing no fuckery that helps you out and then kills everybody else around you. Because that's about as white gets when it comes to shit like that. They're famous for that. So, so that's a good thing as far as being a black man. Is the communication, I think, is a definite plus. Definite plus. The better we communicate and talk to each other, the better we treat each other. The better we can act as a people. As long as I'm not telling you what to do, you know what I'm saying, or telling you how to act, on a level that's going far beyond helping the community. You know what I mean? If you being violent and doing stupid shit, come on now. Some of these things is funny because I have to I hit the thought in my mind and then I'll say it. And then I'll be like, well, hold on, let me retract it because you got a lot of fucktard idiots out there that'll take that statement and be like, well, this nigga said we can act the way we want to act and we supposed to just, it's crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? But if that's how you feel, You know what I mean? Then to each his own. You feel that, oh, because I'm the way that I am, I could do what I want to do, and I can walk up in your crib, or I can walk up in your organization and act the way I want to act, and you supposed to just service me because I'm who I am. Man, shit, you can get knocked the fuck out and get your ass whooped like anybody else on the street. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, male, female, woman, child, is above an ass whooping. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? I done seen the youngest of the youngest get fucked up and the oldest of the oldest get fucked up. Nobody's worth an ass whooping. And people try to act like your words don't mean anything. You know, that whole, sticks and stones and shit, and words don't hurt. Bullshit. Words are the foundation of creation. Words are the very foundations of creation. You speak that shit and then you make it happen. So if you don't watch your fucking mouth, you get held accountable for the things that you say. So you go dissing people, you go acting stupid on people, even in this podcast, telling the truth. That's one of the things that black men are constantly held to. I watch a lot of black podcasts and a lot of black men that are trying to do these things. And what do they get clamped on 24 hours a day is the words that they say. People don't like the words that they say. People don't like the truth, especially if the truth is going to bust up what a nigga's trying to do. If they're trying to fuck with your shit, if they're trying to run game on you, you don't want nobody telling the truth on what the game is, because they tell the truth on the game, then I can't fucks with you no more, right? I gotta do something else. It destroys my levels of manipulation. So they don't like you telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? And yes, people do get fucked up over the truth, and people do get killed over the truth and everything else. But one thing is for sure, if you don't say nothing, then they run your ass down. You know what I'm saying? But you don't do nothing until you say something. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very rarely are there people out there that will act on something without saying it first. That'll just be like, oh. And then next thing you know, furniture's flying. Most motherfuckers are going to be like, man, I'm finna kick your ass. I'm not having this. I need to get this done. Most people will express what they're saying, will say what they're trying to get done. So that should let you know words are the very, very foundation of creation. You have to have a meeting before you have the building. People just don't miraculously come together and start putting the building up. No, there has to be people meeting. There has to be people talking. There has to be words that are laid out for a plan to get that shit done. Words are the very foundation of life and creation in this society, in this world that we live in. You better watch your motherfucking mouth. Period. Period. Dot. You start running off at the mouth saying the right shit to the right motherfucker, you need your teeth knocked out. It's a wrap. If you can't be respectful and say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, please and thank you, you need to get fucked up. And you running that risk. So you can be as arrogant as you want, but remember, it's the very words out of your mouth that set the foundation of what you getting ready to build. And it'll express on whether you building it on a rock or building it on sand. And that's what I was saying is a good thing about black men is that we are running into a time in our development where we speak to each other and we talk to each other with respect. And the more we talk to each other with respect, I'm not talking about kissing each other's ass, but just saying, yeah, good day, sir. How you doing, sir? Good day, with respect. And the more we do that, the more opportunities open up between us. The more we start showing love between us, and the more we can educate each other and help each other out between us. I think the only thing in my opinion that would make it more solid is that now we start protecting each other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the fuckery. We keep the fuckery and discipline the fuckery amongst our own. Don't turn that nigga into the fucking police. Beat his fucking ass and send him back to his mom. Beat his fucking ass and send him back to his dad. And tell his mom and dad, you raised a piece of fucking shit. And here's this piece of shit back on your fucking doorstep. Don't get the system involved, because all they're going to do is take it, turn it, flip it, and make a profit for themselves and still not do nothing for you. So they'll pick the fuckery up off the street, throw it in jail, and then as they throw him in jail, they make the money off of him, slave him out, so you can benefit their industries. Not the community that he came from. Not from where he came from. That's why it has to stay in house. You know what I'm saying? It has to stay in house. You can't be calling the cops and shit. You got to keep that shit in house. That's another discussion. Now, as we start to travel into the bad about being a black man, the bad and the harsh things about being a black man is still the society wants to give this narrative of dysfunctionality about us. We're dysfunctional lovers. We're dysfunctional fathers. We're dysfunctional members of society. We're dysfunctional on the job. We're dysfunctional communicators. We don't know how to do nothing. We still stupid. You know what I mean? They try to paint this whole narrative of who we are. Yet you can walk right out on the street and see average common black men doing the most ridiculous, extraordinary things that people that are in the upper echelon corporate levels can't even fucking imagine, right? It's almost to the point where it's a beautiful blues song by Howlin' Wolf called Going Down Slow, where he's talking about he's dying and he's singing a song about how he's dying. But he said in his lifetime, he's done things that kings and queens ain't heard of. The only way that can happen is if you keep it in-house to your community. So there's things that I've seen cats do with a little bit of next to nothing that people with money ain't even fucking heard of. Why? Because we're not those idiots. And see, the more we solidify who we are as ourselves and keep it in-house, fuck what they got to say. Don't sell it out to them. Don't share it with them. You know what I mean? Fuck them. They wasn't listening to you about it in the first place. They wasn't trying to figure out what the fuck you was doing in the first place. All they wanted to do was make sure you wasn't doing better than them.